Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on. Yeah, I got an old familiar friend. I got Maxwell House. It absolutely says home for the holidays, and we're still in the holidays. And let me be the first to wish you a very, very happy new year. Looking forward to 2021 and getting 2020 out of the way. And Maxwell House, that's just a great standard coffee. It's just something that's in everyone's home, and it just says home for the holidays, as I say. Really good cup of coffee. I really enjoy its flavor. And check out my coffee mug. Got this very, very festive carousel setting here. It says Christmas. It says the holidays. This reminds me of the 1970 musical movie called Scrooge, starring Albert Finney. Now, this is my favorite version of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Scrooge is a musical version of A Christmas Carol. And there is a scene where there is this massive toy carousel in the toy shop window, and it kind of comes into play in the movie. I don't want to spoil it, so if you haven't seen the movie, you'll know what I mean when you see when you watch it. It's really a wonderful, wonderful Christmas movie, a wonderful holiday movie. So this mug reminds me of that scene, and it also reminds me of Christmas because of the carousel in that movie and the carousel on this coffee mug. So I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. And again, Happy New Year. Really looking forward to getting 2020 out of the way. All right. Okay, so before we get to some of these questions, you know what? Let's go back for a refill. Okay, so in our refill this morning, Ron Wright, W-R-I-G-H-T. So Ron Wright writes, "Good morning, Mark. Another good Monday morning mailbag. In regards to the plastic case blade removal, I have hassles with these too, so I just pop open the end cap and pull the blade out from there. It pops right back closed, so you don't have to worry about having them sneak off from the rest of the pack. Merry Christmas, my friend." Thanks very much for that, Ron. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I was showing a tip that I kind of picked up and just kind of stumbled on how to get these blades out of these packs here. I just kind of, here's what I do. I just kind of keep the card in there, push the card, and then push the blade behind it there, and the blade comes right out. See that? That's kind of how I do it. And he was saying that you can get a pack like, well, here, I've already done it on this Derby here. You know, if you can't get them out of the blade, just pop open the end there, and then you could pull them out that way, and then just put them back in, and then that will pop back into place, and then you're okay. So yeah, that's a really helpful tip. I've done that too myself. So thanks very much for that, Ron. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so before we go any further, I forgot to mention I got kind of a new setup here, and this is new right here. This is a new microphone I got as a Christmas gift from my nephew, Mike. This is the Blue Snowball microphone, and I'll be using it on all my future Monday morning mailbags because it plugs USB right into my laptop, and I'm using the laptop camera here, and I've got everything on screen, all my questions on one side, the camera's running on the other side, and so that's why you'll see me glance down to the camera that I have on this side, and I've got my questions on this side. So I'm kind of all self-contained here, which is kind of nice, rather than having a laptop and another camera up here and that sort of thing. So we're going to try this setup, and I'm also playing around with the lighting. And so I just want to thank my nephew Mike for this, because this is making a world of difference. It's absolutely killed all the echo in the room. And perhaps, I hope, you can hear me better. And it's wonderful. It's designed for podcasting, for streaming, and that sort of thing. So again, the Blue Snowball microphone. Yeah, it's terrific. I plugged it in. I was absolutely blown away with how good it is. And I think you can hear how good the quality is coming through right now. So, yeah, we might adjust a little bit here in the new year going forward, trying to make sure that everything looks good picture and sound. So I think the sound is absolutely a good positive step forward. So, thanks to my nephew, Mike, I really do appreciate it. Okay, so this first comment comes from Super Noob Smith, and he is writing in regards to the Merkur Progress Adjustable Razor. And he writes, "It's my first real razor aside from the dollar store experiment. I'm loving it. Being able to play with the aggressiveness is key. I feel like I shortcutted the guesswork. I'm glad I did because it turns out I hate mild razors. The Progress on 1 is super mild. I find it to be mild even up to 3. If I didn't buy the Progress, I would have gone with something too mild. Very happy. This razor, by the way, goes to 10, not 5. Handle can go around twice easily and stay well locked." Now that really got me to thinking about this, and thanks for mentioning this, Super Noob Smith. And I actually took a look at this, and you know what? Doggone if you're not right. Now I am, let me take a look and see where I'm at here on mine. I am right on 1. I don't know if you can see that. I'm right on 1 right there. Maybe you can see that? Nah, probably not. But I am right on 1. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open this up to all the way up to 5. And I'm at 5 right here. Now I'm going to go past 5 and I'm going to go up again past the plus mark to the number 1 mark. And that cap is still in place. And then I'm going to go all the way up to, here's 3. And that cap is still in place. And I'm going to go up to 4. Cap is still in place. And I'm going to go all the way up to 5 here. And that cap is still in place. But check out the size of that blade gap there. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. I don't, you know what? That's really, look at that. But it's still, but he is correct. It's still in place. So if you have a Merkur Progress and you want to give that a try, well, I guess you could. Now, I have a Parker variant, which is the same design as the Merkur Progress, and I tried it on the Parker variant, and I don't think it works as well. Now, you can see this a little bit better here. There I am at 1 right there, okay? And if I go all the way up to 5, right, we're still in place here. Now, if I go past 5 to say 1, I'm still okay. And if I go up, now see right there at 2, it's already loose. There's already some loosening there and it's not staying in place. So, hear that? I don't think you can hear it here. Yeah, it's already come off the main thread, so to speak. So I'm at 2 right here, and now it grabs. So you could probably get with my Parker variant, you can get 1 notch beyond the standard setting. So you can probably go up 1 more. But the Merkur Progress, you can go up, like he says, a full turn, all the way up to 10, 5 twice. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know if I'm going to do that because the Merkur Progress for me on setting 3 is plenty. And I like mild shaves. I'm glad that you found something that gives you a more aggressive shave. That's great. As they say, your mileage may vary. But that's a really interesting little factoid there, Super Snoop, and I appreciate you passing it on. So thanks very much for that. I really do appreciate it. Okay, hey, Bob Leroy sent along a very, very interesting link. It's a YouTube video on how it's made, double-edged razor blades. That's the title of the YouTube video. And it's not very long, and it's worth a look, and I'm going to link it below. And it really is very interesting to see how they make these double-edged razor blades. So I really enjoyed that. So thanks very much, Bob. I was really fascinated by the process of how they make these double-edged razor blades. And I'm also thinking, how do they vary the edges and the sharpness from, say, factory to factory? And brand to brand, manufacturer to manufacturer. This is just one facility. So I'd be interested to know how they adjust manufacturing to give those edges a slight difference so that some are a little sharper, some are not as sharp. Really be interested to know how they do that. But this was a really neat kind of primer on how double edge razor blades are made. So I will link that below. So enjoy that video when you get a chance. And thanks very much for passing it on, Bob. Really do appreciate it. Okay, Larry Phillips writes, Mark, during the Black Friday sale at West Coast Shaving, I bought a silver tip Badger brush lantern handle for an amazing price of $34.19. Yeah, wow, that's terrific. The specs on this brush are knot 24 millimeters, loft 54 millimeters, overall height 102 millimeters. However, the loft actually measures 50 millimeters, with the overall height coming in at 95 millimeters. For its size, this brush has a very dense knot and appears to be set deep in the handle. This results in a brush that has a lot of backbone. However, in my humble opinion, there is too much backbone. The brush constantly wants to splay, and this makes it difficult to paint my face with lather. The shorter loft has a big impact on how this brush performs compared to my Parker Black Badger and PAA Aerolite synthetic. What's interesting, the brush was not made to the published specs. I'm sure this may be in the range of the quality control specs for the brush manufacturer, but it really makes a difference in the brush's performance. For Monday Morning Mailbag, I thought you might shed some light on your experience with brushes with a shorter loft. Do they have a tendency to splay more than brushes with a longer loft? And as in my experience, does the shorter loft make it harder to paint lather on your face? As always, your advice and experience are most appreciated. Larry Phillips. Larry, thanks very much for all this background. I'm sure the viewers really appreciate the insight. And I can tell you that I have the Amber Aerolite brush right here, and I love this brush, and I tend to use synthetics more than I do the natural hair brushes. I am using occasionally boar brushes, and I have this boar brush here from Omega. I used this the other day, and this did a wonderful job in giving me a really, really nice face lathering experience. I have found that I find that something with a higher loft is giving me more splay and giving me more action for lathering my face. However, there is one exception. The Simpson T3 Trafalgar is a shorter loft, as you can see here, compared to the Amber Aerolite. Let me see if I can show you to that way, like that. You see that? So it is a shorter loft. And the T3, as well as the T2, and of course the T1, all of these have shorter lofts and more backbone. But I have found that in comparison to other brushes that I use, like the Amber Aerolite, they didn't splay as enough. They didn't splay as much the first time out. However, I think it's only in contrast to what I was used to with the brushes that have higher loft. I found that the flow and the splaying on this shorter loft brush is just fine. It's absolutely fine, but it's the only one that I can really point to that has a shorter loft to it. But I have found it to be exceptional in not only splaying out, but also painting the lather on. I would say that this boar brush here from Omega, and you can kind of see, the loft on this is probably about the same. This also performed very, very well. I didn't have any problems with this at all as far as splaying out. Now, here's my trick to get the brush to splay out. And I've talked about this before, and I'll share it again. This is what I have just learned just through my own experience in doing the wet shave and doing the face lather. After I load my brush up, with soap. I'm not pushing it onto my cheek. That tends not to splay and open up and allow me to get that agitation action in creating a lather. What I do is, whether it's this brush or an amber aerolite or a boar brush like this, or even this larger boar brush that I have from Omega. Look at that, that's a monster. What I tend to do is I start on my chin, because my chin has a point, and it's almost as if I'm able to use the point of the chin to help open up that knot. It just opens it up rather naturally. So when I put it on my chin, it opens up. You can see how it opens up, and then I carry it up here, and it's already nicely splayed out. So it works with all my brushes, and you can see that it splays out a little more. Now, in doing that little demonstration here, I can feel that this has more backbone, a little more backbone, but I don't think that the sensation of splaying is so much that it's resisting that. It's just that there isn't, the hairs aren't as long or as tall as this, so it's just a different kind of feel for me. That's the only difference. Both of these seem to splay out and give me great agitation, great lathering qualities. It's just that this might be because the knot is taller. When it splays out, it becomes wider on the face, so to speak. Whereas this one probably not as wide because the hairs are shorter. That's just my own personal observation. But I have found the T3 Trafalgar to not only be fine, splaying out, nice backbone, splays out, has beautiful flow through to paint on a lather. I love the synthetic brushes. So really, I'm primarily using synthetic brushes for all my face lathering. I'm doing mostly face lathering. Even with shaving creams, I find myself just putting a dollop of shaving cream on the knot and just starting a face lather from there. The only time I'm using a shaving bowl is if I want to take a little sample out of a container, rather than soak the whole container, just take a little sample out, put it in a shaving mug, leave it there, and just build a lather from there. Just kind of load the brush from there, and then do a face lather. So it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen. Sometimes it'll build a lather in the bowl, and I can paint it on. Other times I just load it up and then do a face lather. But that's kind of my observation. I haven't seen much difference. I think the shorter knots seem to perform the same as the knots that are a little taller in size. The only difference is once it's splayed on the face, it's just a little wider and it's giving me a little more coverage. That's the only difference that I can see. But you know what? I'll put it out to the viewers, and if you have your own experiences regarding that, a brush with a shorter loft, how does it feel when you do a face lather? Really be interested to hear that. But thanks very much for the insight and the comment on that, Larry. I really do appreciate it. All right, this next question comes from a viewer named Sig Solo. And he is commenting on the review I did on the Charcoal Goods razor headset from West Coast Shaving. And he writes, again, great vid, Mark. How does it compare to the 6S you showed in the beginning of the video? Shipping to Greenland is crazy expensive. Otherwise, I would order this razor in a blink. Well, the Charcoal Goods razor head set comes with 3 different base plates. Let me show them to you here. It comes in a bag like this, and they give you 3 different base plates. If you missed that video review, I would encourage you to go back and take a look at. Well, I've reviewed 2 of the base plates. I got a 3rd one in the pipeline that I'm working on. But it comes with 3 different base plates, and you get an aggressive one here, and it's marked with an A for aggressive. Okay, and then you get one that's in between. You call it medium. It's called a toothsome, and it's rather an open comb kind of design. And then you've got one here that I have on this handle here, which is mild. This is a mild version, and the only reason it looks identical to the aggressive base plate. The only difference is that the aggressive base plate has that A there where the mild doesn't have any marking, so you know that this is aggressive and this is mild. And I've had on-camera shaves with the mild base plate and the toothsome, and I'm working on the aggressive one, which is called the brawny. So this is called the mild one is called the lithe, the medium one is the open comb is called the toothsome, and the aggressive one is called the brawny. And it gives you 3 different levels of shaves: mild, medium, aggressive. Very, very basic. And it was on sale for like $15. And I think the regular price is like $19.95. Might be a little more depending on where they're pricing it. And the other thing that I like about this razor is the cap. The cap has this wonderful triangular shape to it, which is really helps you to hold that 30-degree angle. So when you put it all together here, and I'll put it all together like that, okay? And then you take the handle, and I bought the handle at West Coast Shaving also. This is like a ringlet handle, and it's stainless steel. The handle is stainless steel, okay? So there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Really, really terrific looking. Got a kind of a space age look to it. But I especially like this angle here because that really helps hold that 30-degree angle. Now, how does this compare to the Rockwell 6S? The Rockwell 6S comes with 3 double-sided base plates. So, and it's fully stainless steel. The handle, the base plates, and the cap are all stainless steel. That is a really big, big difference. And of course, the base plates come with marking. So this would be level 4, and then you flip it and you're at level 2. And then they have 2 other base plates that come with it, which is 1 and 3, 5 and 6. So that's how you adjust your shave, so to speak. You could use a 4 plate and a 2 with the 4 2 plate, and you could shave with 4 and then flip it over and reassemble it and do say a third cleanup pass at 2, but the idea is to find your level and your shape. And I think that's really the biggest difference, is that the Rockwell 6S is stainless steel, fully stainless steel, and it gives you 6 levels of aggression with the ability to change that level of aggression during the shave. So again, I'm at level 4 here. You can see right there, level 4. So if I'm shaving my first 2 passes and I want to make it milder, all I have to do is open this up, and then I could very, very quickly flip that base plate very carefully, take the blade out and then flip that. And now I'm at level 2, as you can see right there, and then do my 3rd pass at 2, a little milder. It gives you, that's really the only advantage you have there. Whereas with the Charcoal's Good set, you're not flipping plates. You would actually have to get another plate and install that if you wanted to do a cleanup pass. Say you were shaving with the toothsome on the first 2 passes, you could get the lithe plate and do a 3rd pass. 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. The other difference is that some wet shavers have said that the Rockwell 6C, which is the chrome version of the 6S, is a little smoother on their skin because of that chrome plating, whereas the stainless feel on the face isn't quite as smooth to them. Now, I have stainless razors, and I really haven't seen much difference. But because this is a zinc alloy, I believe, a Zamac razor head set, it is very, very nicely chromed, so there could be the possibility of a smoother shave, offering a smoother shave to some wet shavers out there who prefer that kind of feel to it. And I also would say that the other big difference is that I absolutely love this angled cap plate here, this triangular cap plate. It just really lets you find that 30-degree angle without any problem at all. And really is a nice razor head set for the money. So as I said in my review, if you don't have the money for a 6S or even a 6C, which is $50, this Charcoal Goods razor head set was a great deal. If you already have a handle, all you have to do is buy the three plate set with the cap for about $20, maybe $25, depending on where the price is right now. I'm not sure. I think I've seen it about $24 on sale for $20, and then I think it was marked down to like $14 for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But if you can get it right in that price range, boy, that's a terrific price to give you an adjustable, so to speak, razor for very little dollars. And you can, if you already have a handle, then you're all set. Now, the handle that I have here was $13. It's a fully stainless steel handle. So right there for, let's see, what did I pay? I think I paid $19 for this plus another $10 for this. So $20. So for $30, I've got an adjustable razor, somewhat like the Rockwell 6S, but without that many adjustable plates, but something that really still works. And again, as I've mentioned before, this would be great for travel too. Just get a handle. You don't have to get a handle this long. You get a shorter handle if you want to. Put it in a little pouch. You got 3 plates. Get 3 different shaves wherever you're traveling, and make a good option for a travel razor. Also, great daily driver too. So that's really the big difference, I would say. The feel of stainless steel versus chrome, the number of adjustable plates, whether they're dual-sided adjustable plates or just single-sided. That's kind of my observations. And yeah, I wish they did ship to Greenland and gave you that option to where you could get it. I guess shipping would be kind of crazy to get over there. But thanks very much for that, Sig. Hopefully, you'll get a workaround somehow, and you'll be able to get this razor headset, and it'll work out for you, and it won't cost you a lot of money in shipping. So I hope that is made available to you sometime down the road. But thanks very much for the question. I really do appreciate it. Okay, and wrapping up, this comment and question comes from viewer William Hunter. And he says, when I use Tabac, I like to finish with Tabac aftershave and balm. I absolutely love Tabac, William. I love Tabac. I love the shave soap. It was, as I've always mentioned, it was a game changer in my wet shave adventure. As soon as I got Tabac and loaded the brush and did a face lather with it, it just took my shave to a whole new level. And I love the scent. It's just classic barbershop to me. And I've never used their balm or their aftershave. I tend to use Clubman Pinot for my aftershave after I use Tabac. I find that Clubman really does complement Tabac very well. So that's kind of the combination that I've gone with. And I really have to try the Tabac aftershave and balm to see how that works with the shave soap. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I think that'll be a New Year's resolution for my wet shave to finally get the Tabac aftershave and balm. So thanks for mentioning that. But he also goes on to say here, in reference to razors, awaiting hopefully early next year for the Vikings Blade Chrome Meiji to surface. Take care. Cheers. He's asking this in the form of a question. I have not heard anything about a Meiji Chrome version at all. Now, I love my Meiji right here. I love this razor. This is been a fantastic razor, fully adjustable, continuously adjustable from 1 to 9. Twist to open. It's got that great dual comb or asymmetrical head. It's got a closed comb on one side and a straight bar on the other side. It's built like a little tank. You could say it's kind of an homage to a Fat Boy if you'd like. It's just been a terrific razor. I love using this razor, and it really is a favorite of the Vikings Blade adjustables. Absolutely love this razor, and this is the first time I've heard that they were going to be releasing a chrome version of this. Well, I did a little emailing, as did William, and William got an answer, and he said Mark, just had an email from Lars at Vikings Blade. Was part of the production plan, was due to be released after Christmas, but due to COVID, all has been postponed indefinitely. And that's similar to the answer that I got also from Vikings Blade, that COVID has kind of pushed everything back, all plans. So hopefully sometime in 2021, we'll be seeing a chrome version of the Emperor Meiji razor. I would love to see that, because this razor has been such a great performer. I'm biased. I absolutely love the Vikings Blade razors. Love all of their razors, and especially like their adjustables. I think that they've just hit some great home runs with their adjustable razors in the Emperor line and also the Crusader line. I'll have those linked below if you're interested in pursuing them and giving them a look, because they have given me some exceptional shaves. And I just like the fact that they're adjustable and I can adjust from 1 to 9. Now, I don't use it above, say, 5.5, maybe 6 at the most. That's really pretty much on the aggressive end for me, but I still get a really nice, smooth result from those razors. So you might want to check them out. So thanks very much for that, William. I really do appreciate it. Well, okay, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so to give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comics with George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great shaving gear. Check out Global Shave Clubs International. Use the code GeorgeToon. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarksRadio, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Happy New Year. All the best to you and yours in 2021. And make it a great week.